Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about wedges, and specifically wedges around the green. Can you chip as good as someone like Wedgely Bryan, for example? One of the best chippers or wedge game players I've seen on YouTube or on the PGA Tour. We're going to talk about three really simple hand positions that will help you control the elevation of your pitch shots from around the green. So there's a couple of ways we can control our elevation around the green. One is to take more club and hit the shot like a putt, especially when we don't need to elevate the ball over a bunker or a water hazard or a sprinkler head or something like that, something that's in our way. We want to make sure we cover and get it onto the green. So how do we control the elevation on our pitch shots around the green, or chip shots should I say? It's really simple. It comes down to three different positions that I'll show you and then demonstrate. That's all to do with where your right hand is on the club and what your right hand does during that chipping action. In all three of these pitch shots, the setup and grip, etc., is all the same. Just a standard setup. I like to keep the club vertical, so no forward leaning of the shaft. Keep the club vertical. When we take our setup, we address the ball. For the lower shot, on the way back, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our right hand stays on top of the shaft. So as you can see here, when I take my backswing, my right hand is almost pointing down at the ground. It hasn't rotated open. That's the first shot. So to keep that elevation down, as I say, to keep things really simple, we're having the same setup for everything. So I'm just going to play everything here off a very narrow stance. The weight is slightly forward, ball position is in the middle, and on this chip shot, as I take it back, I'm going to ensure that this right hand stays pointing down at the ground. Let's give it a go. Hopefully you could see that kept the ball really low. Okay, for the slightly more elevated sort of mid-level chip shot, as we come back, we're going to make sure that this hand turns outwards. So it's almost like I'm turning to shake somebody's hand behind me like this. Okay, so the one before, my hand was on top. This one, my hand's going to be slightly open. Nothing more than that, so it's just a gentle opening of the right hand. Really important to just keep it as simple as that, right? The first one, the hand's on top. The second one, the hand's open. Let's see how we go. I think from that you'll see that there was a bit more of a mid-level flight in that shot. Not doing anything other than addressing the ball, turning, using my big muscles, making sure that hand was open to there, and then following through, and the ball comes out at that mid-level. We'll have a look at the third one now. So by now you've probably guessed it, right? The third one, exactly the same stance, same setup, club vertical, same grip, same turn, and all we're going to do in the backswing is ensure that as we get to the top, however far we want that chip shot to go, our right hand is going to rotate open facing the sky. So just to recap, the first one, we kept our right hand pointing down at the ground. The second one, we opened our hand as if we were shaking somebody's hand behind us. Okay. The third one, all we're going to do is rotate, take that swing and make sure that hand is facing upwards. Let's give it a go. See, and you'll see the difference in trajectory. Now hopefully the camera picked that up. I am shooting with an iPhone, so apologies, it's not the greatest tool. At some stage I'll be able to upgrade to a camera, but hopefully that gives you a really good idea of just how simple it is to control your trajectory around the green. Okay guys, well let me see if I can pull off what I've been talking about, right? 3 balls, I'm going to hit those 3 shots, low, mid, high. Let's see how I go. Put some pressure on myself on camera. Okay, first of all the low one. I think I passed on that one. Slightly more height on this one. I think I passed on that one as well. Do I get the last one? Remember, maximum elevation on this one. So as you can see there, really easy technique. All of those came out pretty much exactly how I wanted to. I wasn't particularly, although I was aiming at a target because of the green with all the holes in, I wasn't expecting to get anywhere close, but they actually didn't, the last two didn't work out too bad. Chipping around the green is a bit like putting, right? It's a bit of a feel thing. You know, we're all individuals, we're all different heights, we all do different things, we all do things differently. So play around with it, and eventually you'll find something that really sits well with you and that you can use, and it'll become a consistent you know, and reliable technique on the golf course, especially under pressure. The course here at Hope Island has a lot of grainy lies. Sometimes you can be on one side of the green, you're chipping into the grain, you can be on the other side of the green, you're chipping down grain, and it's really easy. Whereas chipping into the grain is really difficult. So practice this technique from the different grains and see what response you get, see what reaction you get. And you'll find that this technique is so simple. You won't be overthinking things. You don't need to think about, do I have to do this, do I have to do that, you know, and have 6 different swing thoughts going through your mind. As I say, it's a really simple technique. It's almost as simple as taking a putting stroke. And all you're doing is by changing that hand position, you're able to control the loft of your pitch shots. I'd be really interested to see if a challenge for somebody is to please do this and then come back and say, you know, yeah, it works, or you're talking rubbish, or whatever. I know it works because I'm doing it, and I'm practicing it, and it's been really helpful to me. So give it a go, guys. Really appreciate your feedback, and you know, any comments, suggestions you might have, because it's nice to see if people are improving and getting benefit from this. The other thing I'd just like to do again is give a shout out to the T-Block. So the T-Block is a 24-hour golf simulation center here in Hope Island. It's run by a really nice guy called Nev Austin. You can get coaching there, there's different levels of membership. You can get your mates to go and play there. And in the description of this video, there'll be a code where you can get 50% off your social play. So give it a go. If you're in the area, pop in, see Nevitz, well, you might not even see him, but pop onto the website, put your details in and get 50% and go and enjoy a game around Pebble Beach. I mean, why not? Thanks guys, see you on the next one. Cheers.